Why now? Well, there's a whole lot of factors indicating that now is the time to be buying real estate. So if you're a first home buyer sitting out there, now is your time. We've just come off the back of our highest net migration figures to New Zealand. So last year we had just over 118,000 new residents into the country. Now that on average means we need 40,000 new homes, and guess what? Those 40,000 new homes were not delivered. We've got the same sort of immigration stats rolling through this year. So we've got a lot of new people, demand, and a lack of supply. So that's going to be putting pressure on prices. This week in Jan, we're just seeing more interest rates coming down from the major trading banks. We've also come off a prolonged period of time whereby property has reduced drastically in price. So we've had up to 15, 20% in some regions, property reductions over the last couple of years. But the last quarter has just shown positive signs across the country, average 2.1% across Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch. So once again, if that's annualised, we're up for over 8% capital growth. We've just got a new government in place who's pro-property, unwinding a number of tax rules. In fact, this week in January in 2024, there's been some announcements on those. So that means our property investors and speculators will potentially be climbing back into the market a whole lot more. And likewise, building inflation. There's a continued pressure on building costs. There's a whole lot of reasons why this year all the bank economists are predicting 6, 8, 10% growth in property, which we are already seeing. So if you're sitting on the sideline as a renter, you're thinking you're going to save your deposit over the course of the next year or two, what you'll probably find is unfortunately those property prices are going to climb. Your savings will be outstripped by property inflation as the property market continues to head in the direction everybody's expecting it to head. So if ever there was a time to get into property, now really is the time. And if it's the difference between getting in through co-ownership or sitting on the sideline waiting to save your deposit, I think co-ownership is a really good option for a lot of people out there. And that's why we're finding such demand in this offering.